small dice. Then place that.
Oh, Jesus. Jake's going after a no-fap video. Well, of course you would, Jake, because, you know, that's your only thing to get over the fact that Sarah's fucking Tyrone.
You want to shake off the excess, then drop that into the egg and make sure it gets.
Again, Jake, do you jack off when Sarah's fucking another dude in your bedroom? Or do you just, like, I don't know, watch some Star Trek TNG or something?
Juice, well coated.
Do you really think this guy is that pissed off with somebody saying men shouldn't jerk off? By the way, I disagree with that. Do you really think Jake is that pissed off with it? Because in reality, that's literally what Sarah's reduced him to, just jerking off while she fucks real men.
French.
I know you're on both channels, Iron Gullet. Why don't you tell your little master that I'm talking about him? No. I just said, Iron Gullet, I'm not going to talk to him tonight. So whether he brings me up or not is irrelevant. If he does, I'll respond to him in real time. But outside of that, no, I have no desire to talk to him. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on what he's talking about. Although it's funny, once I said that I was keeping an eye on his show, half his chat went, "Oh, Dave is here. Dave's watching."
And
yeah, he's on some anti-jerk-off video. Again, I disagree with the no-nut guys. I think it's ridiculous. But at the same point, he's also the same guy that lets his girl fuck other dudes. He's also the same guy that didn't get pissed off with me when I called his girl a whore. I said that deliberately. I wanted to make him mad. There is not a woman I know. Seriously, there is not a woman I know that I care about that if I called her a whore, I would not be getting a receipt from. And this includes my own sister and mother. If I call my mom a whore, my dad is giving me a fucking receipt. You know, there are females that care about my life. Even if they're non-sexual. You call them a whore, you're getting a fucking receipt from my ass. Boyfriends, girlfriends, don't matter. And he's going to end up miserable. And probably broke. And if you have a kid with her, get a fucking paternity test.
Okay. One of the most requested dishes. I really wanted to make sure I had.
You cannot defend yourself. If you are in fact a woman and not just a fucking troll, you cannot defeat about 95% of the guys out there. You will get destroyed. Like it or not.
Delicious. But just like anything, when you reduce it down, it's actually going to enhance.
I have been able to bring a 6'5" woman to her knees. Because she thought she could actually take me. And because her reflexes were way slower than mine, I was able to zip around back of her, get up on her, put her in a chokehold, and it was over. Maybe a guy that's untrained, that doesn't know how to fight, you might have a chance against. But no. Any guy that knows how to handle himself, you're fucked. Men have way too many advantages. She said I couldn't choke her out. I proved her wrong.
Flavors that weren't there.
I didn't attack her. This was an honorable contest. Again, there are women that like being choked. There are women that are like being spanked. There are women that like being utterly dominated, having rough sex. Hell, there are women that like being a little girl while their daddy fucks them.
Box grader in these holes right here.
But then again, what the fuck do I expect? You're from the same crew that fucking thinks I got abused by my mom and my dad because they slapped me. Jake isn't kinkier than I am. Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know what Jake's into, nor do I care. Jake is way more cuckier than I am. Because there is no way in hell a woman that's with me is sleeping with another dude. Not a chance in hell. Now, I'd like to point out, I am still free to sleep with other women. And if you want to call that a double standard, fine. I don't give a shit. Surely you're only ever hypothetically into spanking Sarah's literally collared? Alright, I don't know a great amount about BDSM culture, but the fact that she wears a collar doesn't mean shit. She can just wear it as a necklace. And as for me being into spanking, well, I'm fine with being the spankor. I am never the spankee.
And
well, let's see what it would take to be a male dom in Jake's feminist bullshit world. You'd have to provide everything for the woman, which used to be the norm. And she used to have to obey your commands, which again used to be the norm. So it just means returning to about 1955.
had the garlic and the.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. They're shooting sex scenes together? Is actual Jake shooting sex scenes with her on camera? You've got to be fucking kidding me on this. Because if he does, it's even worse. If he does, that's even worse. Oh my god, they have a fucking OnlyFans together? Oh my fucking god, and he put a ring on the cunt. Oh my god, are you fucking serious? Oh god, no wonder she doesn't care if I call her a whore. Oh god, hell, I probably gave her jerk-off material that night. Big evil me called her a whore. But Jake isn't a dominant male. Jake is not a dom. Jake is very bitch-like and submissive. That's why I thought Sarah was the dom in the relationship, if what I'm being told is true. From the chat. So, who's the alpha in all of this? Jake, do you have a boyfriend? Well, it's cool if you do. I don't care. Jake, you're not controlling this. Again, if Sarah's the sub, you're not the dom. There's somebody else. It might be another woman. It might be a woman. And I guess that's fine. I guess that doesn't make Jake gay, but... He's not watching, he's a demonstrate. Well, let me tell you something, Shining Reaper, whatever the hell your name is. Jake has begged for my attention on 3 occasions. Okay, I've never sought a debate with Jake out, and I've had 3 with him. Jake is a beta. Now, you're right. I'm not an alpha either. I'm sigma. But Jake is not an alpha. I did not demand him be here last week, and if I did, it was a joke. Look, I don't give a fuck. In truth, I don't give a shit if Sarah likes wearing a dog collar and being led around by a leash by Jake. I don't care if she wants her best friend Jenny to join her in it. I guess what I care about is the simple fact that a member of my gender is committing one of the biggest no-nos on the planet and is trying to justify it. Men can have multiple women. Women cannot have multiple men.
2, 3.
A permanent collar. It's not permanent. It can be taken off.
Make sure you
One, there is no way Jake would have ever put a collar on her. He's too much of a bitch. Some other male did. 2, there is no such thing as a permanent collar. You can cut it off. And 3, I've seen her collar. It's a dog collar. Again, Jake cannot wrap his head around somebody like me. Because again, I'm alpha, sigma, whatever. You're telling me that with the audience that Jake has, he generates enough revenue to not only support himself, but Sarah's just walking around naked with a collar on her throat. Get the fuck out of here! Because, again, right now, he's live. He has 174 people watching him. That ain't enough. Not with Twitch's cut. And that's the biggest audience he has. Unless... And also, wait, actually, let's go back a second. Wait a second. Jake told me himself they have an open relationship. He can fuck who he wants to fuck outside of the relationship. She can fuck who she wants to fuck outside of the relationship. If that's true and she is his sub, then she wouldn't fuck anyone but him. Also, you literally just said she has a job outside the home. Well, that means that she's outside the home with other people. Meaning she's fucking the Tyrone of her job. And I don't know too many businesses that would let her wear a dog collar. What it? Well, let's see. Even if Jake's house is a townhouse, that's probably in a moderately priced area, $400 to $600 grand. There's no way Jake makes that amount of money just from streaming. So he inherited some money. Jake did not buy that house. I know what it takes to buy a house, because I did. Oh, so he's got a mortgage. Okay. Then there's no way his bills are $1,500 to $1,600 a month.
State employees in Arkansas.
He doesn't have it.
How hard is Jake gonna cry when Trump
Trump
wins?
years ago? I tell to reduce.
How about a leftist, huh? I'll reduce the fucking government.
Defense workforce.
No, you won't.
Give me a shot.
No, you fucking
a whack
won't,
at
you
it.
fucking
I'll reduce
idiot.
some government
You'll
power.
fucking expand it.
Partners are here.
You're a leftist. You're a socialist.
Let me tell you,
You jackass.
Prosecutor. I've served our
Oh,
country.
you've been a prosecutor?
In terms of being head of
They can't.
Except Jake, you fucking little leftist jackass.
Fucking spineless.
If it is caused by humans, we're fucked. Because China costs up 3 times what we do. And they're not stopping, and your little pussy ass isn't telling them to stop.
All right, smoke check.
Is that a yes or is that a yes? Is that a hand raise?
So fuck off.
Chris Christie just called him Barack Obama to people? Oh my god. He won.
Well, he's darker.
Hold on.